Hello and welcome to John F. Kennedy High School. I'm Nate Zielinski, and this Friday night presentation of high school basketball is brought to you by DETSportsmedia.com. We'd also like to welcome our audiences joining us on YouTube in Sky 16. We have a special occasion for you tonight as it is senior night at Kennedy High. Cheerleaders and players will be honored tonight for what should be a very memorable occasion.
We would like to thank this year's seniors for their dedication and commitment to both Kennedy High School and their teammates.
The cheerleaders and players will be honored as it truly is a team sport. They're just as important, raising spirits of the audience, boosting morale of the team. 4 seniors will be honored tonight for Kennedy, 2 of them captains. Head coach Ryan Sullivan is also joining his team out on the floor. Balloons, pom-poms, just a little bit of everything here tonight at Kennedy High. This is also a special night for the parents as well as the players. They play a pivotal role in this, driving to practices, signing kids up for sports at a young age, helping them fall in love with their chosen sport. So they're as big a part of senior night as the students.
Okay, we would first like to recognize the senior members from Torrington High School.
A nice display here by John F. Kennedy High as well. They're honoring the seniors of Torrington High School. Nick Balducci, Ryan Ballesteros.
We'd like you guys in your future endeavors. We would now like to take this opportunity to recognize our senior cheerleader.
Charles Matthew was the 3rd senior announced for Torrington. And here come the senior cheerleaders for Kennedy High. Ryan Sullivan delivering a message for senior cheerleader. He realizes how big of a role he plays for the team.
I'd also like to acknowledge our senior manager. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication to the Kennedy High School basketball team. She is Mela Vasquez, accompanied by Taylor.
Senior manager getting flowers and a nice round of applause as well. The 2 captains, Kyle Brown and Jaquan James, flank her. And here come the players and their families.
Number 20, Kyle Brown, accompanied by
Let's start off with number 20, Kyle Brown, his mother and father. Kyle Brown is the lead guard here for Kennedy. He's kind of the engine that makes the team go. He usually initiates the offense. Hard-nosed player. He'll look to end his career here with a win tonight on senior night in front of the home fans.
Number 21, accompanied by Dad Caesar.
Number 21, Aaron Brioso, also being honored tonight with his dad and siblings. Each player getting a specialized basketball just for them, commemorating their career here at Kennedy. We can see our next senior coming from a mile away with the 2 gold balloons, 33, Jaquan James with his entire family. Looks like he's carrying a sibling, carries the load for Kennedy as well. He's a monster on the boards, a great defensive player. And if he gets a full head of steam, look out for him on offense. He's going to be featured a lot tonight for the Kennedy Eagles.
Number 34, William Bryant.
And the final senior is William Bryant. Big hug from the coach. Each player getting a gift basket as well. A nice gesture by Kennedy High.
Let's have a nice round of applause for all these guys.
And the crowd gives them a well-deserved round of applause.
Administration, faculty, and staff, thank you for your efforts and congratulations on your accomplishments. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Congratulations.
One of the things, going through a senior night myself, one of the things these players are going to have to manage is their emotions. This is a huge night for players. They know how important it is on their final home game to go out with a win in front of their home crowd and in front of their parents. So we'll see if Kennedy can shake off those early nerves or if they'll use the extra intensity to fuel them in the early going. The first couple minutes will definitely be must-see. And players will continue to warm up, and we'll join you back in a little bit as we get set for action here on Friday night at Kennedy High. And players will continue to warm up. Torrington comes into the game at 7-11, while Kennedy is 7-12 and playing their final game of the season. Max Prep has Kennedy ranked 30th in the state and Torrington 31st, so expect this to be a close one. Here comes the starting lineups for the Torrington Red Raiders. Charles Matthew, number 0. Justin Mattiello, number 2. Joe White, number 10. Ben Smith, number 22. And rounding out the starting lineup is number 31, Brian Ballesteros. And here come the Kennedy Eagles starting 5. The 4 seniors will get starts tonight for sure. Number 20, Kyle Brown, the first name announced. I mentioned he is a captain. Number 21, Aaron Brioso, hard-nosed point guard. The only underclassman of the group, number 24, Sincere Dozier. 33, Jaquan Jones. And number 34, William Bryant, rounds out the starting lineup. The head coach for Kennedy is Ryan Sullivan, and the head coach for Torrington is Eric Gamari. We're going to pause for a quick second for the national anthem. And we're now just moments away from tip. Again, I'm Nate Zielinski, and this is a presentation of DETSportsmedia.com, YouTube, and Sky 16. I'm joined by cameramen Dave Thuralt and Frank Sweeney, and camerawoman Debbie Thuralt. And we're excited to bring you some high school basketball action tonight. As I mentioned, both teams come into the game with 7 wins. You need 8 to qualify for the state tournament. So this is Kennedy's last opportunity in the regular season. Torrington will have another opportunity, but this is looking like the game to do it, as they will take on Sacred Heart next game, and Sacred Heart is 18-0 on the season, undefeated, so that'll be a tough one. Torrington will have that game at home, but let's focus on tonight. Here comes our tip. William Bryant, the senior for Kennedy, will jump it, and he wins it against number 22, Ben Smith. Kennedy in the white uniforms with the navy and gold trim, facing off against Torrington in the maroon and white. Jawan Jones comes away with the steal. Zips a pass over to Aaron Brioso, who spots up for three. Comes up short on the first jumper of the game for him. Torrington looks to attack in transition, but we have a jump ball only a minute into the game. It's going to stay with Torrington. Some of the players to watch as Torrington's on offense here will be Joe White, Justin Mattiello, and Brian Ballesteros, all averaging near 10 points a game. The corner three goes for Torrington, and they're on the board first, 3-0. Great shot there by Joe White. Kennedy looking to attack right back. Sincere Dozier on the wing, thought about the three. Pump fakes, but looks to pass. Brioso's going to try again. Side rim no good. Joe White collects the rebound. And Mattiello looks to counter for Torrington. They'll want to expand on this early lead here, 3-0. Great cut and find, and there we go. Joe White, all 5 points for Torrington. He's in the rhythm early. Jones looks to attack right back. Layoff high, it actually hits a wire above the backboard, so that's going to be out of bounds. So the jitters I mentioned for Kennedy, they want to come out here. There's 4 seniors on the floor right now, all looking to make a mark in their last game. They've yet to score. Let's see if they can calm down and get that first bucket. Torrington's Joe White, on the other hand, is in the zone with 5 early points. Ben Smith drives, pump fake, pass picked off by Sincere Dozier, the sophomore. Aaron Brioso drives, hangs, and hits. 5-2. Kennedy is finally on the board, courtesy of senior Aaron Brioso. Up ahead, Torrington looks to fire right back. That's a deep two. Air ball. Brian Ballesteros corrals the rebound, but he's double teamed. Joe White, and front rim no good. Brioso, smallest man on the floor, skies for the rebound. Jawan Jones back now, gets the screen from William Bryant. Sincere Dozier's going to pull up, and that's nothing but net. Celebrates with his bench, and it's knotted at 5 with 5:45 left to go in the first quarter. Great ball movement from Torrington. Ballesteros in the corner, all the way to the rack, and gets the layup off the glass. So great move there by Ballesteros. He's averaging 7.8 points a game and 5.4 rebounds, so active player for Torrington. He's going to be big for them tonight if they want to come away with the win on the road. Brioso tries again from 3. 0 for 3 to start from deep for him. Kyle Brown the rebound. Great look to Jones off the backboard, and we're tied again, 7-7. 5:10 left in the first quarter. Mattiello right back, and he ends up drawing a foul on Dozier. Dozier wanted the push off but won't get it. A noted omission here tonight for Torrington. Their best player on the season is TJ Calabrese. He's in a walking boot on the bench. He leads the team in points and rebounds this season, or led them through 9 games before his injury. Luckily for him, though, he is a junior, so he's going to have one more season to leave his mark on the Torrington program. Bad pass is intercepted by William Bryant, who pushes to Kyle Brown. He drives, no call by the refs. The rebound by Sincere Dozier is blocked off the backboard, and the fast break for Torrington ensues. Blocked by Brioso. Short jumper, no good. That was Ben Smith on the rebound. And we've got Torrington basketball after the scrum and loose ball. Number 41, Lennox Serrano, is going to check into the game for Jawan Jones. Torrington initiates the offense. Mattiello looks to inbound. Finds Smith. Short jumper, air ball. Pass ahead to Kyle Brown. Glides for the layup, and it's good. 9-7, so this is Kennedy's first lead of the game with 4:30 remaining in the first quarter. Mattiello right back for Torrington. Ballesteros has it in the corner, gets the screen, and he drives again. And that was a carbon copy of his first basket. He gets that pin down screen and cuts from the elbow all the way to the hoop, and Ballesteros has 2 easy layups for his points tonight. Ben Smith with 5 and Ballesteros with 4 for Torrington early. Pass up ahead to Mattiello is intercepted but picked up by number 10. And they're going to call that a travel. Joe White. Joe White with 5 points, but doesn't get it right on that play. And it'll be a turnover back to Kennedy. Lennox Serrano back on the bench for Jones. Looks like that was a quick break. Coaches wanted to give him some instructions to change the way Kennedy was playing here in the early going. He's back in and has it on the wing. Good skip pass to Kyle Brown. Long on the 3, rebound corralled by 22, Ben Smith. Mattiello surveys his options, off to Smith, who looks for the give and go there, but it was read well by Kennedy, and they force a travel. Torrington was so close to a wide open layup. That was a great give and go. Well read by Kennedy. They intercept the pass and force a travel on Torrington. So the defensive pressure is paying off for Kennedy in the early going. Brioso on the wing. He's cold from 3. Let's see if he can get it going here in the first quarter. Sincere Dozier with the drive and kick. Jones misses the layup, hits the end line, and we've got Torrington basketball. That's the play you want to run there. Dozier with a look to Jones, but he just couldn't get the roll off the backboard. I expect Kennedy to go back to that play often tonight. Here comes Torrington looking to break the 9-9 tie with 3:03 left in the first quarter. Ballesteros has it. Here comes the screen. Mattiello, top of the key. Hands off to 24, Jacob Grobel, who's now in the game. The ball finds its way back to Mattiello, and he drills the corner 3. 12-9 Torrington. Kyle Brown back up the court quickly with it, hounded by Mattiello, who picks his pocket. Mattiello's going to have a breakaway layup. Gets it to go. So Kennedy's going to have to be careful to dribble up there. Mattiello with a great steal and layup. Defense leading to offense perfectly on that occasion. Kyle Brown to the top of the key to Jones, who dives towards the rim. He's going to get a foul called, and 1, says the ref. So there's Jones making his mark. He gets his first basket of the night. It's 14-11, and Jones will have a chance for a 3-point play at the free throw line. Misses off to the right, and the rebound's controlled by Ballesteros. Quickly up ahead to Mattiello, who looks to push. Fumbles the dribble a little bit, but gets it back. Proceeds to throw it away to Sincere Dozier, and he's got to put his head down, get all the way to the rim. Shot is back rim and no good, and it's called off Kennedy last. Dozier actually let that go. He was convinced that it was off Torrington, so better off grabbing it. But Torrington coming back on offense. Mattiello to Ballesteros. Great cut by Jacob Grobel, and he gets the easy layup to go. So it's 16-11 now. 1:40 left in the first quarter. Sincere Dozier dives, tries to over the head pass, but it's picked off. Ballesteros with a tough drive. Can't get the layup to go. We'll see if that was shooting or on the floor. The refs call it on the floor, so that's going to be an inbounds underneath the basket for Torrington. They have their largest lead of the game right now, trying to expand on that. Inbounds to Ben Smith, back to Grobel. And off the bench, Grobel's feeling it. Beautiful stroke on the jump shot, and it's 19-11 now. Torrington with the early lead. Jones right back. He'll have none of this on senior night. He's headed right back to the free throw line. He doesn't get the layup to go. But you like that attitude. Just put your head down, next play mentality. Kennedy is down early, but not letting it get them down. Jones 0 for 1 at the line tonight. Back rim no good on the first. Wardrobe malfunction with the shoe. He fixes his lace and looks to knock down the second. And finally converts from the free throw line. So he's 1 for 3 from the line and cuts the lead to 19-12. Ben Smith over to Mattiello. I think they're going to run another play for Grobel here. He's been the secret weapon off the bench. Kennedy can't keep track of him on the defensive end. Ben Smith at the elbow. Gets it poked away by Dozier. You don't need to tell him twice to get on the floor for a loose ball. He is a ball of energy, and he earns the jump ball, and it'll go back to Kennedy. As I mentioned, Sincere Dozier, the only underclassman to start tonight. He's a sophomore, and he is on his way to having a very productive career at Kennedy. I've had the pleasure of working a couple Kennedy games right now, and Sincere Dozier just jumps off the screen with his athleticism and determination. But it's Jones on this play, driving from the elbow to get the layup to go. Almost a steal for Jones following the great offensive possession, but it's out of bounds. It'll be Torrington ball. Tough to inbound in the corner here, though. Let's see if Kennedy applies some pressure and makes this harder than it already is. Out near midcourt to Mattiello. Ballesteros near half court still. Joe White locks and loads, front rim, and gets the bounce off the board. So 5 early points for Joe White, and he comes back to end the quarter with a 3 for Torrington. 22-14, 10 seconds left. Kennedy's going to hold for the final shot here. It's in the hands of Dozier. Kyle Brown on the wing, pump fake, long 2. Money as the buzzer sounds. So 22-16 at the end of the first quarter. That was a much needed bucket for Kennedy. Closely contested first quarter. We were tied on multiple occasions. Torrington was able to pull ahead 19-11. That was their biggest lead of the first quarter, 8 points. Kennedy finds their composure and closes a little bit of a run, and we stand at 22-16. Cheerleaders do their thing in between quarters, and we're set for second quarter action. It'll be Torrington to inbound the ball. Awesome turnout here for senior night for Kennedy. I've got a bunch of fans flanked to my left and a number of supporters behind the Kennedy bench. Back to action. Joe White looking to pick up where he left off, but he misses the wing 3 this time. Grobel from way downtown, back rim no good. Kennedy's going to push. It's Brioso up ahead to Sincere Dozier. The uncontested layup goes. (22-18) now as Kennedy gets the first bucket of the second quarter. Ballesteros in the corner, almost picked off by Jones. The floater doesn't go. Lennox Serrano and Dozier combined for the rebound, but it's Dozier that comes away with it up ahead to Brioso. All the way to the rack. What an attack by Brioso. 22-20 now. And I think the ref is going to call a delay of game here. The ref wanted to say something on the last possession, but held his whistle, so we're just going to have to monitor that. Kennedy keeps grabbing the rebound after they make it and slowing Torrington's progression, so the refs want to nip that in the bud. Back on offense now is Torrington, and Mattiello's on the wing. Finds White in the corner. He gets double teamed and throws it away. Kennedy coming out on fire here in the second quarter. They're looking to tie or take the lead on this possession, and only a minute has gone by. 22-20, early stages of the second quarter. Sincere Dozier to Brioso on the wing. No hesitation for three, nothing but net. So Brioso finding his rhythm now to counter the great start by Joe White. Ben Smith down low. Grobel on the elbow. Off the rim, no good. Lennox Serrano tips the rebound to Brioso, who zings it up ahead to Dozier. And he gives Kyle Brown a gift on senior night. Brown did catch the rebound again. I think he looked towards the ref. He thought he was going to get a technical there, but there was a quick timeout by head coach of the Torrington Red Raiders, Eric Gamari. And just like that, in a blink of an eye, a 9-0 run, propels Kennedy ahead 25-22 over Torrington with 6:25 left in the second quarter. And they're getting those contributions from the seniors. Aaron Brioso has sparked the rally. And Kyle Brown with that layup in transition after the nice feed from Dozier. Gamari looks to calm down his troops and get back to what was working for them. They had an 8-point lead late in the first quarter, but that's been erased. Actually, since going up with their largest lead, Kennedy has gone on a 14-3 run, and Dozier with another interception off to Kyle Brown, who's fouled hard by Ballesteros. He's going to have to earn that bucket at the line. It was a hard foul, but a good one. Make him earn it, says Ballesteros. Rims out on the first for Brown. So Kennedy will stay up only 3, but he'll have a chance here to convert on the second. And that'll go. So now Kennedy with its biggest lead of the game, 4 points, 26-22. Joe White left alone, and he says, "Thank you very much." Easy layup after the fine by 22, Ben Smith. Sincere Dozier pulls up. No good. Kyle Brown, the rebound, blocked by a couple Torrington players. It's going to be a jump ball, and the possessioner on the scoreboard says Kennedy. Yes, they'll keep it. They'll inbound under their basket, and they have a set play drawn up. Lennox Serrano catches at the elbow to Brioso on the wing. Just misses Jones, a great rebound, and he's fouled. I mentioned Jones in the pregame. You're going to feel his presence. He goes after every loose ball, every rebound, and attacks with ferocity that some high school players just aren't ready for, so they're going to have to foul him and send him to the line here. Where he is now 2 for 4, so he's starting to make it count. He missed his first 2 attempts, has made his second 2, has Jawan Jones. Front rim on the second. Dozier almost came up with the rebound, but Torrington secures. Mattiello to Ballesteros in the corner. The pass is too tall for Ben Smith, but Joe White picks it up and can't get the layup to go. And we have a technical foul called here on, I'm not quite sure yet. I think they called it on number 10, Joe White. He said something under his breath after the missed layup, and the referee with the quick trigger, gave him a technical, so Aaron Brioso is going to go to the line. First one, no good. Swish on the second. So Kennedy back up by 4 points, 28-24 with 5:31 in the second quarter. And with the technical, that's 2 free throws and the ball. So Brioso will inbound to Sincere Dozier near midcourt. Probing his options, he finds the corner, man wide open. And the 3 goes down for number 5 on Kennedy. That's Gavin Todd getting into the score sheet. Nice pull-up jumper from Charles Matthew to answer right back. So it's 31-26. Kennedy in control here in the second quarter, looking to expand on their lead. Dozier corner 3, long, no good. Lennox Serrano the rebound. Todd thought about the 3, pass to Brioso. Hop step, gets into the lane, no good. Dozier right there, collects and scores. Fast-paced action. Torrington comes right back. Ballesteros down the heart of the lane. And the layup is good. The pass ahead by Dozier was a bit lazy. Matthew gets a hand in there, and it's tipped off of a Kennedy player last. Justin Mattiello brings the ball up. Off to Matthew, who's been a nice little spark here on the floor. Brian Ballesteros wanted to drive, but it's ripped away by Dozier. And he can't get the layup to go. Unable to establish himself, he flew out of bounds after the layup. I think he was expecting contact on that one. The way he kind of glided in and turned his body, he was expecting to get fouled, and the layup was off. He flew out of bounds and then came back in a little too late. There's that man again, Charles Matthew, with a great assist to 22, Ben Smith. So it's 33-30. Torrington not ready to let Kennedy pull away here as Jawan Jones gets to the hoop, misses. The rebound deflected out of bounds by Torrington. Block and a rebound by Ben Smith. Up ahead to number 1, Balducci. Finds Mattiello in the corner, and he knew it was good the second he let it go. And that's going to force a timeout by Ryan Sullivan. Don't leave Mattiello open. He shoots it from about 39% from 3 to lead the team. And we find ourselves knotted up at 33 apiece with 3:38 left in the second quarter. Quality basketball being played tonight. Both teams have jumped out to some pretty decent leads. The biggest for Torrington, 8, and the biggest for Kennedy has been 7. So these teams are punching and counter-punching very nicely in the first half tonight. This is going to be a big 3.5 minutes to see who can kind of seize that momentum heading into the locker room. Both teams are feeling it right now. They're getting contributions from a number of different players. This is good to see. Sincere Dozier's going to walk it into the front court. Find Gavin Todd on the wing. He pump fakes the 3 and passes it off to Kyle Brown. Jawan Jones now has it. Number 52, Janarius Davis, is in the game for Kennedy. Dozier to Todd. He's short on that 3, though. He looks to be a shooter. That's his second jump shot of the night. They're going to try to keep finding him, it looks like. Nick Balducci has it now. Finds Ben Smith. Elbow jumper is an air ball, though. Corralled by Janarius Davis off to Kyle Brown. And the pass is too high for Dozier, so Kennedy gives up a golden opportunity to retake the lead there. Now 2:45 remaining in the first half. Left alone right in the middle of the lane is Matthew, but the short jump shot doesn't go. Dozier, the spin cycle, all the way to the rack, and he gets the bounce. You better be rewarded for a great move like that. That was a Dozier, one man on a mission here. Torrington comes right back, but that's going to be a foul on the floor by Kyle Brown. Sincere Dozier as a sophomore is just such an impressive player. I think he's going to be a player to watch here for years to come. I don't want to, I pity opponents when he's a senior, because he is going to be a one-man wrecking crew. He gets the ball and just goes. Strong build for a sophomore, good athleticism. He can hit the three. He's a complete package. Back to the action. Jones cuts baseline. Doesn't get the layup to go. Ballesteros has it. Off to Mattiello. Balducci in the corner. Pump fakes all the way to the basket, but it's denied by Jones. He stares down his opponent, and here comes Gavin Todd. He draws the foul. The intensity has certainly ratcheted up here in the second quarter. Both teams want this win. Again, there's so much on the line tonight. Torrington at 7-11, a win away from the state tournament with 2 games to play. And the Kennedy Eagles are 7-12, 1 win away from the state tournament. And this is their last game of the regular season tonight. Gavin Todd's first free throw is short. Goes through his routine, 2 dribbles. Hoists up the second and knocks it down. He's got 4 points here in the second quarter, and Kennedy is up 36-33 under 2 minutes now. Mattiello fakes the handoff, finds Ballesteros on the elbow, and that jumper's pure. Ballesteros has a great stroke, 36-35. Kyle Brown off to Todd. Brown trapped in the corner. And it looked like he used his rear end there to push off a little bit, but the refs saw it the other way. They're going to call the foul on Balducci for getting a little too eager on defense. Janarius Davis is now going to... No, he's not going to inbound the ball. I pump fake you there. It's going to be 1-1 for Kennedy. So Kyle Brown's going to have to make this first one to earn another free throw. And every point matters here in the late stage of the second quarter with 1:33 on the clock. Brown doesn't get it to go. Ballesteros controls the rebound, pushes ahead. He sees a man wide open in the corner. Matthew front rim no good. Brown collects the rebound, but he's doubled. Brioso's there to help, and he's going to push now. Cuts to the middle of the floor, and he finds Jones on the wing. Good look there from Jones. And Kyle Brown draws the foul. It's going to be 1-1 again. Trinity with some mixed results at the line tonight. This lead could be about 5 or 6 if they were able to convert at a higher clip. Joe White got an extended break after that technical foul, but head coach Eric Gamari puts him back in the game for the final minute 12 of the first half. Brown on this occasion gets the first free throw to go and earns himself a second. Swishes said free throw, and it's 38-35 Kennedy. Torrington look to inch a little closer or tie up this ball game. What a give and go there. 22 Ben Smith. He hasn't gotten the jumper to fall, but if he gets at that elbow, he's effective as a passer. He finds a cutting Joe White. on a very well executed play, and Torrington is down 1. Matthew tries to force a pass. It's picked off by Kyle Brown. Fast break all by himself. Bounced on the rim about 4 times. It doesn't go. And Kyle Brown was eager to track down the loose ball, and he was called for a foul. Only the 4th foul on Kennedy. So Torrington not in the bonus just yet. Sincere Dozier in for Kyle Brown, who is going to get an extended rest, it looks like, with 40 seconds left in the half. Balducci swings it over to Joe White. He wanted to pull up for a long 2, but it's stripped by Janarius Davis. He finds Brioso, but he can't handle the pass. And that transition opportunity was just a little too fast-paced as Brioso loses it out of bounds. So now 27.2 left in the half for Torrington, and it's their move in this game of chess in the first half. 38-37. Will Torrington hold for the last shot or find the best available? They go for best available, and on cue, it's Ben Smith with another assist. He's able to see over the defense, find Balducci, and the easy layup gives Torrington a 1-point lead, their first lead in a while. And now 5 seconds left. Todd's going to shoot from the wing for 3. Dozier rips down the rebound, the putback, and it goes. Sincere Dozier, his second buzzer beater of the game. And Kennedy just edges out in front as we head to halftime. It's 40-39. So a 24-point second quarter for Kennedy, sparked by Sincere Dozier and Jawan James, sees them edge out in front after only 17 points for Torrington in that second quarter. It's 40-39, and don't go anywhere. We have a great game on our hands at senior night at Kennedy High School. Kennedy Eagles head to the locker room up 40-39. Some second half action, which has been an extremely entertaining game so far. We're hoping these two teams can keep up the pace. We're at 40-39 right now. The home team, Kennedy Eagles, have a 1-point lead over the Torrington Red Raiders. The seniors are playing some inspired ball. Jawan Jones and Kyle Brown. Jones with 8 points for Kennedy. Brown with 9. They want to end their basketball careers here in high school with a big win over Torrington, and a win that would send them to the state tournament. They currently sit at 7-12. Torrington is going to come out swinging for sure. They're at 7-11, also a win away from the state tournament, and they have a three-headed monster of sorts leading the attack. Justin Mattiello has 8 points, Joe White with 12, and Brian Ballesteros with 8. And shout out to junior Ben Smith, who inbounds the ball. He has made a lot of things happen on the elbow and in the post. He's had a lot of precision passing so far that have led to great assists for Torrington. Mattiello's going to fire from 3 to start us off, and it's just a little short. Smith corrals the rebound. He's in the corner, though, trapped. Joe White can't handle the pass. Ballesteros tracks it down. Joe White turns and shoots with the right hand, but it's no good. Dozier controls the rebound. So we'll see if Kennedy can strike first in the second half. Jones rips through and off the glass and in. And there's your answer. Kennedy strikes first. They're up 42-39. Mattiello looks to hand off, but that play gets interrupted. Ballesteros now dribbles top of the key. What a drive by him. The layup's just a little bit strong. Jones tracks it down with a full head of steam. He forces his way through the lane. He wanted the and one. He won't get it, but he will get 2 more points. So Jones in control early on, and he now has 12 points. It's going to be a foul by Kennedy. But Jones now has a game-high 12. He's tied with Joe White. These players will no doubtedly go back and forth here in the second half. Kennedy's lead is back up to 5. Ballesteros in the corner. He tries to dribble out. Jones is hounding him. Won't let him get a pass off. Matthews going to get it to Ben Smith. It's blocked by Aaron Brioso. That was a guard blocking a center. Kyle Brown, the senior, tries to shift his way through the lane. Guess who? Jawan Jones is there for the offensive rebound and putback. So all 6 points in the second half can now be credited to Jawan Jones and the Kennedy Eagles. 46-39 with 6:08. Joe White with the 3 is no good. Jones rips down another rebound. Stop me if you've heard this before. He goes all the way to the rack. This time, Torrington is up to the task. Jones kicks it out of bounds. Much needed defensive stand there by Torrington as Kennedy has come out with a 6-0 run to start this second half. Mattiello drives, puts down his shoulder. Are they going to call?
Hey, just play! Just play, Sin!
Looked like an offensive foul there, but they're going to tag Sincere Dozier with that one.
Sin, just play, man. Come on. Move your feet, move your feet.
Was on the floor, so Torrington's going to inbound underneath their basket. We're 2 minutes and 11 seconds into the second half, and Torrington's still searching for that first bucket. Bounce pass by Matthew is tipped away, but Ben Smith from the elbow. This time he gets the jumper to go. He's thrown up a couple air balls tonight, so good to see him finally get one to go. And he's been setting up his teammates all night. That play just kind of fell into his lap off of a tipped pass. Sincere Dozier fires up a deep 2, ends up on the deck, and it's no good. Ballesteros, the fake pass, fumbled up the layup attempt, but he's able to tip it out to Ben Smith. And Jawan Jones had Brian Ballesteros in a headlock. And that's a technical foul. Ryan Sullivan out to collect his players.
Aaron, get them together, Aaron.
Eric Gamari rushes out to get Ballesteros away from the commotion. And we've seen this before. Jawan Jones is the type of player that thrives on getting under the opponent's skin any way he can, whether it's through his play or talking. He wants to make sure you know you're playing against him, and it looks like emotions just ran a little hot there. I've only seen the one technical called so far. The refs are sorting it out at the table across from us. I'll relay any information I get. And again, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our audiences on BETSportsmedia.com, YouTube, and Sky Channel 16. I'm Nate Zielinski, joined again by camerawoman Debbie Therault, cameraman Frank Sweeney, and cameraman Dave Therault. This is a team effort here tonight. And we've had such an entertaining game so far. I'd hate to see it go off the rails here in the early stages of the second half. It seems like it's all settled out. Mattiello is at the free throw line for Torrington. He misses the first one. A little bit of a surprise. He's 82% from the free throw line on the season. That's more like it. The second one goes, and it's now 46-42. So each team has been issued a technical foul here tonight, and Torrington will now control.
Let's go, defense!
Ben Smith to Mattiello. Mattiello is going to hand off to Matthew.
Let's go, defense!
Ballesteros is on the wing, faking a couple passes, gets a pick from Ben Smith, kicks it out to Mattiello. Defense is really stepping up for Kennedy on this possession, but it's Joe White from the corner.
Good call!
Mattiello pushes off to get the offensive rebound. The ref's able to see it and call it, and Kennedy will now have possession. So after that commotion, we're back underway. 46-42 Kennedy. The technical foul only results in 1 point. Gavin Todd fires up a three that's no good. Torrington controls the rebound. Mattiello to Ballesteros. Ben Smith with a great pump fake. Finds Joe White. And he gets all the way to the hoop for two. So Joe White answers Jaquan Jones' flurry with a bucket of his own. And Kyle Brown finds an open Aaron Brioso, who hits the three. It's 49-44. Joe White says, not so fast. Answers again with another jumper. He's got 16 points now to lead all scorers. Brioso the kick to Todd. Front rim no good. Brioso the rebound. Kyle Brown works his way into the lane. Hoists one off the backboard. He can't get the roll to go, but he will be at the free throw line. So in the first half, we saw some up and down action, very offensive focused. And here in the third quarter, it's been much more of a grinded out, hard-nosed, tough game. Kyle Brown gets the first free throw to go, and Kennedy is the first team tonight to reach the 50-point mark. It's 50-46 with 3:54 remaining in the third quarter. And Brown wants to turn that 4-point lead into a 5. Both free throws are good, and Brown is now in double digits for the night. He has 11. Mattiello will look to answer. Almost poked away by Brown. He finds Joe White in the corner. Back to Mattiello. Back to White. Ben Smith open at that elbow. He finds Mattiello, and he loves that corner. That's the third three of the game for Justin Mattiello. And Torrington will just not go away tonight. It's 51-49. Brioso probes, looks for Brown, but it's tipped away by Mattiello. It'll go out of bounds, though, and Kennedy will keep possession. Gavin Todd pressured as he picks up his dribble. And the refs are going to call timeout. I thought it was going to be a 5-second call after some great defense by Torrington, but head coach Ryan Sullivan sniffs out the issue, calls a timeout, so it will still be Kennedy ball. Ballesteros has yet to score for Torrington in the second half, but Joe White picks up where he left off. Mattiello with a big three-pointer in the corner. Ben Smith has also chipped in with a jumper. back underway here with 3:10 left in the third quarter now. Kyle Brown has Jacob Grobel watching him closely. He dishes off to Brioso. He looks for the baseline cut from Gavin Todd. Skip past Kyle Brown over to Todd. Brioso top of the key, thought about the three, no. Kyle Brown, long on the three-pointer. William Bryant tries to soar for the rebound. He won't get it. Mattiello now, off to Grobel, and the three is no good. Another rebound for William Bryant. He gets the quick dish over to Brioso. Gavin Todd corner. Brioso, who's been hot all night, continues that trend. He answers the three-pointer from Mattiello a few possessions ago, and it's back to a 5-point lead for Kennedy.
He leads with the shoulder, it's offensive. He can't lower his shoulder.
Crowd here pleading for an offensive foul. They won't get it. It's going to be called on Kyle Brown, who finds himself a seat on the bench, as well as William Bryant. Janarius Davis and Sincere Dozier check back into the game. Mattiello to inbound the ball. Finds Grobel. Joe White off to Matthew. Ben Smith at the elbow. Nowhere to go with Lennox Serrano guarding him. Mattiello, same spot. Different result, it rolls out. He had to think that was good. But Aaron Brioso's going to lock and load again. The jumper hits the back rim. Mattiello soars for the rebound. He looks to push in transition. No options. He makes Brioso hit the deck. Pulls up from three, and it's good. The Torrington bench and the fan section go wild as Brioso hit the deck. Gavin Todd able to quiet the crowd with a great answer. 57-52. It's picking up again here. Under a minute and a half left in the third quarter. Joe White pulls up from the elbow, no good. He tracks down his own miss though, and he gets right back to the rack, but Lennox Serrano denies him. Here comes Sincere Dozier. Off the backboard, no good. Doesn't get the roll, but he gets his own miss. Janarius Davis comes down with it. It's stripped away. He tries to save it, and he's able to knock it off a Torrington player. Not only have we seen some efficient offense, we're also seeing some exceptional hustle from these players tonight. You can tell these are two teams that don't want to win. They need to win. A long season of hard work is on the line for them right now. Joe White heads to the bench for Torrington. I'm not sure if he's injured or frustrated, but this is a huge stage in the game. Grobel picks up a turnover from Kennedy, finds Mattiello, and the easy layup has cut the lead to 57-54 for Kennedy. Clock ticks under a minute. Sincere Dozier controls the ball. He has two buzzer beaters in this game already. Finds Gavin Todd, who's feeling himself tonight. Can't get the three to go. Janarius Davis, the rebound. Slapped away by Zero. Is that Matthew? Yes, it is. Lennox Serrano thought he had an easy layup, and Matthew swiped it away before he could even get it above his head. Torrington pushing in transition leads to a foul, and they're going to inbound this ball out of bounds in front of their own bench. Ben Smith will trigger the inbounds, and he's got Mattiello in the backcourt. Dribble handoff for Grobel. Ben Smith a pick. Off to Matthews, going to cut into the lane. He finds Grobel. He wanted to dish it quick to Ben Smith, but they weren't on the same page. Janarius Davis up ahead to Brioso. 20 seconds left. Brioso full steam ahead. And the refs call a foul. It's going to be shooting around the floor. It is on the floor. Victor Velez was in the game for a moment, but he's subbed out by Sincere Dozier. 19.4 on the clock. And right now, Dozier's clutch buckets are the difference in the game. He hit one with time running out in the first and second quarters. Gavin Todd for three. Hits the net, but it's short. Janarius Davis confident from the elbow, and his jumper's no good. So, great steal by Brioso. Picks his pocket, and it's 59-54. And that'll bring the third quarter to an end. So no buzzer beater on this occasion, but with 3 seconds left, Aaron Brioso rips the ball away from Charles Matthew and scores a layup. I don't believe they've updated the score, but I've got 59-54 at the end of the third quarter. Yes, there it is. There, the update has finally come through, so that's a 19-point quarter for Kennedy and a 15-point quarter for Torrington. And senior Aaron Brioso has really taken over this game. Juwan Jones started with a flurry, but he was taken out of his rhythm by that technical foul, and Brioso has since dominated. Joe White doing his best to keep Torrington into the game, but we did see him head to the bench. Not happy with himself. He's back out here on the floor to start the fourth quarter. Mattiello was able to hit a couple huge threes for Torrington to keep them in the game, and they had a chance to tie it at the end of the third quarter before Brioso was able to steal that ball. It would have been a desperation three, but Torrington would have much rather had that instead of what occurred. So on the floor now for Torrington to mount this fourth quarter comeback, it's going to be number 10, Joe White, number 22, Ben Smith, 31, Brian Ballesteros, 0, Charles Matthew, and number 2, Justin Mattiello. Kennedy's going to counter with Lennox Serrano, 41, Janarius Davis, 52, Gavin Todd, number 5, Sincere Dozier, number 24, and tonight's star of the game through 3 quarters, number 21, Aaron Brioso. Kennedy starts with a miss. It's Davis. Long 2, doesn't get it to go. Here comes Torrington. Matthew wanted the 3, he won't get it. Ballesteros gets the rebound. Joe White collects for 3, and he leaves it short. Sincere Dozier pulls down the rebound and resets for Kennedy. He finds Gavin Todd in the corner, but the pass is quickly back to Dozier. He looks to step back, but the jumper's not there. And now Brioso has it at the top of the key. Don't leave him alone. Oh, I thought he was going to pull the trigger. He finds Gavin Todd. Gavin Todd is short on the 3. Ben Smith gets up the highest on the ladder for the rebound. Joe White in the corner thought about it for a second, but he finds Justin Mattiello, who's at the top of the key. He's going to pull. Back rim no good. Ben Smith is right there. Long shot usually leads to a long rebound, and that's where Ben Smith was. But the pass is picked off from Joe White, and it's Dozier. Bulldozes his way to the bucket, but the foul is called. So we catch our breath. No baskets here yet in the fourth quarter, but up and down we go. 6:47 remaining, and it's still 59-54 Kennedy. I think there's some confusion about as to who the foul was on. The refs will sort it out, and Dozier will shoot 2. And he gets the first one. He rattles home. Kennedy's lead now 6. Dozier looking to make it 7 here. Front rim no good. Mattiello swarms for the rebound. And Torrington is in desperate need of a bucket here. And they get it in the form of a Nick Balducci layup. He's able to avoid defenders and scoop it off the glass and in. So it's 60-56. Both teams have now scored in the fourth quarter. Sincere Dozier wants to screen from Davis. Brioso top of the key. Gavin Todd has not been shy about the 3-pointer tonight. Janarius Davis right through the lane after his offensive rebound. He can't get it to go. Brioso fakes the pass, and the layup is no good. Ben Smith controls, and he finds Balducci, who zips a pass to Joe White. Can't just handle it, but now gathers and goes up, and he gets the foul call. Balducci with a laser there, pinpoint. Joe White looked like he didn't think it was going to get through, but he's able to gather the ball and himself, go up for the layup, and draw the foul. So 60-56 with Joe White on the line. Back rim no good. White, the leading scorer for Torrington tonight with 16 points. He averages 9.5 on the season, so exceeding expectations, if you will. The second free throw is good, and it's a one-possession game, 60-57, just under 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Gavin Todd again, and this time he gets it to go, so there's a reason he keeps shooting. He's been throwing up 3 after 3. He made one in the third quarter, and now he has one in the fourth quarter. It's 63-57. Balducci looks to answer, back rim no good. Joe White is the first one to look for the rebound, and I think his effort has resulted in a foul on Kennedy. Joe White's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. Every point is extremely important at this stage of the game. Back rim again on the first by Joe White. Tipped out by Cibrioso, up ahead to Gavin Todd. And Joe White, what hustle. After the missed free throw, he comes back for the block. It's up ahead to Balducci. He gets all the way to the rim, but it's just short. Kennedy stands tall on defense, and Dozier brings it back into the front court. Gets it over the timeline. Off to Gavin Todd, who we know is not shy. Can't leave him alone. Dozier jumps up in the lane, and he gets a layup to go. The lead is back up to 8. It hasn't been this big for a while for Kennedy. Head coach Eric Gamari letting his team play. Joe White. Off to Ben Smith, and Mattiello's going to drive and one. So some coaches there would have called a timeout. It looked like Kennedy had all the momentum. Gamari shows trust in his team, and he's rewarded with a Mattiello layup. The and one opportunity, but Torrington is going to have to really lock in here at the free throw line. They're in the double bonus for the rest of the game, which will be huge for them, but Mattiello converts the three-point play. It's 65-60.
Start the clock! Start the clock! Start the clock! Start the clock!
67-60 after the layup by Dozier.
The clock has now moved!
And Torrington's going to get a couple extra seconds here as that whole possession for Torrington, the clock did not run. We'll see how that plays out in the game. Janarius Davis wanted to pass ahead to Dozier, but Ben Smith able to deny that attempt. Torrington will get another possession. Balducci drives all the way to the rack. He's in some pain. And we shift our attention to the injured Nick Balducci. We hope he's okay. He wants to stay in the game. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to once the trainer comes out. I believe that does require a sub. We'll see if he... Yes, now he's escorted to the bench. And number 20, Zack Cruiser, will check into the game for the first time tonight. Balducci heads right to the scorer's table. He wants no part of sitting on the bench in this crucial game. 67-60 with 4:19 left. TJ Calabrese over there to console Balducci. He knows how important this home stretch is for his team. He wants nothing more than to be out there with them. Dozier zips a pass into Lennox Serrano, but the tip by Torrington forces a turnover for the moment. The refs talk about it, and it looks like it's going to stay Torrington ball. Head coach Ryan Sullivan doesn't like the call. I think it was the right one, though. On that play, Torrington got their hand in the passing lane. They were able to tip it, but Lennox Serrano still went for the pass. He tried to grab it, and it was off his hand last. So halfway through the fourth quarter now, 4 minutes left. Kennedy started the quarter with a 5-point lead. It's now 7. Zack Cruiser finds Joe White in the corner. He doesn't hesitate and knocks it down. It's 67-63. Gamari rushes out onto the floor to call a timeout. He wants to talk it over with his team as they inch closer. Torrington outscoring Kennedy 9-8 in the fourth quarter here. And this game figures to only increase in intensity as we hit the final buzzer. Part of me thinks we're destined for overtime here, as this game has been neck and neck throughout. I'm down to call a little bit more basketball. This has been quite the exciting game. We'll see what unfolds here in the final 3 minutes and 49 seconds. So that Joe White 3, he's now eclipsed the 20-point total for the game. He's doubled his season average, and he has no doubt been the star of the game for Torrington. I'm torn on Kennedy for either Sincere Dozier or Aaron Brioso. Both have played their hearts out tonight. And Dozier again gets all the way to the basket. A beautiful layup. Brioso picks off the pass. So on cue, the dynamic duo for Kennedy shows its face again. Brioso on the defensive end and Dozier on the offensive end. Dozier kicks it to Kyle Brown. He drives, but it gets blocked by Ben Smith out of bounds. 69-63 Kennedy. Kyle Brown, top of the key for 3. And it rims out. Lennox Serrano, the offensive rebound, goes back up, no good. Kyle Brown's right there. Second, third effort, no good for Kennedy. And it's going to be a jump ball, possession arrow favoring Torrington. The scoreboard says possession arrow Kennedy. So they'll get the ball. Well, I'm officially confused now. It will be Torrington ball after the refs discuss it, but back to the action. 69-63, 2:50 left on the clock. Every possession counts here for Torrington. They got to make the most out of it. No more empty trips here. Zack Cruiser with a nice cut, but the layup comes up short. Kennedy opts to take their time now. Sincere Dozier off to Kyle Brown, who cuts into the lane. He gets his floater to go. Almost a turnover here by Torrington. Ben Smith held onto the inbounds pass, but Justin Mattiello tracks it down. Baseline cut by Grobel. The layup is short. Dozier controls the rebound. 2:10 left, and Kennedy back to an 8-point lead. So after that 3 by Joe White, Torrington has been unable to score on 2 trips. Gavin Todd left alone. And the uncontested layup goes. The lead is double-digit for Kennedy, their biggest of the night. Mattiello right back, drives the lane. Lennox Serrano fouls him. And Mattiello in a little bit of pain as he'll head to the free throw line if he's able. Helped up by teammates. And the senior Mattiello will fight through the pain and look to knock down 2 free throws. A 6-0 run for the Kennedy Eagles has sparked a double-digit lead now. It was 67-63 moments ago. Eric Amari called the timeout, but Kennedy was able to seize the momentum after that, not Torrington. Mattiello's first free throw attempt is good, and the lead is back to single digits, 73-64. And this is a pivotal minute 46 for both teams. Mattiello, second free throw won't go. Ben Smith, though, tips the rebound to himself. Mattiello locks and loads. The three's long. Battle for the rebound, it's Cruiser. Back to Mattiello. He finds Ben Smith. And Joe White in the corner. Yes. Joe White has answered the bell once again. Another corner three-pointer, and the lead is back to 6, 73-67, with a minute 28 left on the clock. Just as it looked like Kennedy was going to pull away for the win on senior night, Torrington said, "Stop right there. We've got something to say." And it's been Joe White. Huge offensive rebound by Ben Smith there, too. He tapped the rebound to himself after Mattiello's second free throw was short, so we'll make note of that. If Torrington's able to come back and tie or win this game, that possession right there was extremely crucial. Torrington's back on the floor. They're going to close the game with an interesting lineup here. We haven't seen Ballesteros in a while. I'm wondering if he fouled out. We haven't seen Balducci in a while. He was in some pain after hitting the deck. It's going to be 0 Charles Matthew, number 20 Zack Cruiser, 24 Jacob Grobel, 10 Joe White, who's been the offensive juggernaut for Torrington, and 22 Ben Smith. Joe White called for the foul. And the next one on Torrington will send Kennedy to the line. I'm wondering if they wanted to do that just to ensure that the next foul would lead to the bonus, or if they're going to try to milk this game for all it's worth here and keep fouling Kennedy. Sincere Dozier up ahead to Kyle Brown. He finds Lennox Serrano, and it's a beautiful pass that leads to a layup. So 75-67, a minute 13, 0. Matthew locks and loads, and the three is good. Another timeout by Torrington. So after each made basket, Eric Amari really wants to talk strategy. In the waning moments of the game, it's 75-70. 1 minute and 8 seconds left in what has been entertaining high school basketball from start to finish. It's been a pleasure to present this game through DET Sports Media. Our audience is joining us on YouTube and Sky 16. I'm Nate Zielinski, and I couldn't do this tonight without Dave and Debbie Therault and Frank Sweeney on the cameras. We'll do a quick game reset here. A minute 8 left on the clock. 75-70, Kennedy over Torrington. Kennedy is looking to close out senior night and their regular season with a win that would propel them to the state tournament. 10 fouls on Kennedy here in the second half, so Torrington's in the double bonus. 6 fouls have been called on Torrington, so the next one for Kennedy is going to be a 1-and-1. The possession arrow favors the home team, so any tie up here and Kennedy would get the basketball. Some full court pressure is being applied by Torrington. The inbounds is to Kyle Brown. He breaks the press. He's got wide open Lennox Serrano, but he takes it himself on senior night, and the layup is no good. Grobel was looking ahead, in the long arms of Lennox Serrano picks it off, and he gets the layup. Oh, a huge turn of events there. Grobel had his head up looking for a pass, and Lennox Serrano reached into his back pocket for the steal. Zack Cruiser wanted the layup, and it's blocked by Brioso. Sincere Dozier has the ball. Back to Brioso, back to Dozier. Torrington's going to need to foul here, and they do. Dozier's going to go to the line for 1 and 1. And how about that? Who had money on Lennox Serrano making the biggest play of the game? A freshman, no doubt. No less, excuse me. 77-70. Dozier at the line, 1 and 1. It's no good, and Lennox Serrano tips the rebound, but the refs are going to call over the back. That'll earn Ben Smith a trip to the free throw line with 33.9 seconds left. Ben Smith will have a little less pressure than usual. He has 2 free throws here. He does need to make them both to keep Torrington alive in this game. But he'll have 2 attempts no matter what. The first one is up and good. He gets the bounce off the front rim, the backboard, and the ball finds the bottom of the net. 77-71 now. The second is a swish, so it's a 5-point game. Kennedy's still in the 1 and 1. Let's see how quickly Torrington fouls. They want to get a steal. They do by Mattiello, but he's only able to save it to an opponent, and it's going to be a double dribble. Kyle Brown was caught in between what to do there. He had so many options. He wanted to shoot. He had 2 teammates to pass. And that split second of doubt forced the double dribble. Joe White passes it in to Justin Mattiello. He's going to pull up for 3. It's going to be off the mark. Brioso skies for the rebound. They're going to need a foul. Ben Smith is able to get it with 16.4. Brioso still at the line for 1 and 1. Kennedy was unable to convert on the first attempt. But that was Sincere Dozier. Let's see if the senior can step up. Ice in his veins, gets the first one to go. This is the one that matters. This can go from a 2-possession to a 3-possession game right here. 6 to 7 points is a huge difference. And he gets the roll at 79-72. Torrington's going to need a quick 3 and a foul here. Mattiello drives. He wants the 2 instead. He went for the 3-point play the old-fashioned way, but he doesn't get the layup to go. He's going to need to make both of these. 10.1 seconds on the clock, 79-72. Kennedy Eagles. They can taste the senior night win. They can taste the berth to the state tournament. Ryan Sullivan arguing with the refs. I'm not sure what about. He called his team over. I don't know if he called a timeout. He did. So he's going to try to ice the free throw shooter here. Justin Mattiello, 82% from the line on the season. And Ryan Sullivan's got to be telling his players this win is just about wrapped up. No silly turnovers, no needless fouls. Just get the ball in bounds one more time. I don't even know if Kennedy needs another point in this game. They just need to not make a boneheaded mistake that would let Torrington back in it. 7 points in 10 seconds is something you almost never see in basketball. But never say never. That's why we play the games, and that's why Justin Mattiello is still on the free throw line with 10 seconds left. The first one hits the back rim and is no good. He has a chance to make it a 2-possession game, but Torrington's going to need a lot of help, and most importantly, this free throw. And he doesn't get it to go. William Bryant secures the rebound, fitting that the senior wraps it up. We're an inbounds pass away here. Kennedy with Sincere Dozier. Can he get it in though? He's stuck in the corner. He finds Brioso. And Brioso is going to be fouled. So a fitting end here as Sincere Dozier is able to find Aaron Brioso to erase any doubt that Kennedy might have had. As we wrap up here again, I'm Nate Zielinski. Thank you for joining us through DETsportsmedia.com, YouTube, and Sky 16. I want to thank my camera workers Frank Sweeney and Dave and Debbie Therault. A desperation three by Zack Cruiser will not go. And that's your final score, 79-72. A 20-point fourth quarter propels Torrington to a much-needed win, their 8th win of the season, and senior night ends with all in attendance rooting for Kennedy. Very happy customers. Kennedy improves to 8-12, and they'll finish the regular season that way. Torrington drops to 7-12, but they'll have one more game against Sacred Heart. Thank you again for joining us. I want to give a shout out to Joe White. An absolutely great performance tonight, although it was in a losing effort. Seniors Kyle Brown, Jawan Jones, William Bryant, and Aaron Brioso will no doubt never forget this night. This was a great senior night win. Sincere Dozier, the sophomore, he can't wait for his senior night, but he wraps up the game very nicely for Kennedy. It was him and Aaron Brioso all night, the dynamic 1-2 punch. Again, that'll do it for us. I'm Nate Zielinski for DET Sports Media. I'm signing off. We'll see you next time.